This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey guys, it's me Travis with PlayerProps.ai, and this is we're locking in for Tuesday. I don't remember what day of the week it is. Tuesday's MLB games. So referring to Monday's MLB games, the last day of March, everything we did was correct in terms of we found the right play in our Toronto pitcher. They were versing the most strikeoutiest team, which if you've seen any episode from MLB season last year that we did, this is a term that I coined, created, and use quite often. Washington was the most strikeoutiest team of any other MLB team. We had a pitcher versing him that not only was versing the most strikeoutiest team, but hit everything in our trifecta. Hit the required line, the required difference, the sports book siding with it, all that good stuff. And he had a really, really good game. He pitched 6 innings. He only had 2 hits, gave up 2 runs on 2 hits. And sadly, even though he had an amazing, stellar performance, he finished with 4, which essentially hooked us at our 4.5 line. But if you found him on your own on your app and you locked him in not watching the show, you used the app correctly. That's how all the boxes were checked. In a situation where like there's nothing you can do, I think it was Sunday, one of the top things that were spiking on the app was Bailey Ober, never know how to say that man's name, from Minnesota. And he got annihilated by like 8 runs in the first 2 innings. And we're like, how? This is crazy. Like, this is not something we were projecting for. 2 days, 24 hours after he gets annihilated, news comes out that he was playing very ill. He was very ill, and he knew he was sick before he started. But I don't know. I guess he just kept it to himself, and he wanted to get his first start of the season in and completely tank everybody. So he's on our ban list because when you're ill or injured, you need to be reporting it to your team so you don't screw up your team. But he said, screw it. He doesn't care about the team, and they lost heavily in that game. As you see, what I mentioned in yesterday's episode, we are in the new house. I'm slowly creating stuff behind me, more visually appealing and appeasing stuff. But my first priority is getting other rooms set up, getting boxes unboxed, and because we still have a million boxes to undo. Yeah, maybe sometime today, maybe sometime tomorrow, we can start working on this, the whole shebang that we're gonna be pumping out. And I know you guys are gonna be excited for it. Just make sure, as always, that you do the free stuff. If you aren't having success with betting, and this is something I mentioned on every episode, but I know people are seeing this channel, this show for the first time. If you are not having success with betting by doing your own thing, if you just simply follow the bankroll management guidelines, the 20-80-20 rule that is in the free channel of the free Discord that you should already be in, unless you are a fan of losing money, it's a free channel, free education. You follow that 20-80-20 rule, and I guarantee you, this is before you ever sign up or give us a single penny. I guarantee you follow 20-80-20 rule, you're going to lose less often. Everything starts with that. And then the education of how to use the app. You can't just use the app, throw things in that the AI is projecting, and throw it into a 10 pick, and then hit 9 out of 10 and cry and whine because you only hit 90% of the picks the app was telling you. First off, that's an amazing day. If you followed the BRM, the bankroll management guidelines, you would have had a great day. So again, do the free stuff. It's available to you right now. If you ignore the free stuff, you can't blame anybody but yourself. Let's find something for today here. All righties, we're going to do what we always do. I think we still have the filters from yesterday here. Yeah, so remember, I always start with strikeouts for MLB shows. The minimum line is 3.5 strikeouts or higher. Nobody ever has a 3 line, so we just put it at 3 here, and that'll make sure we don't see any 1.5 or 2.5 strikeout lines. So if we sort by that, the next thing we want to look at is that the difference is, I think for a full strikeout, it has to be technically 20% or higher. So we'll put 20 here. Let's see. So there's only 5, 1, 2, 6. So there's 6 pitchers in total that have a difference of 20% or higher. But now what we're going to do, I think we're going to make the difference, what, 23? Because there's a few people, this is what I talked about in the last show. So you see right here, Severino, he's got a 4.5 strikeout line and a 5.45 projection. It needs to be a full 1.0 higher, and this is just 0.05 away from that. One more down with Trevor Williams. He has a 3.5 line and a 4.2 projection, which is 0.7. So I think if we bump it up to 22% difference, that will get rid of those two. Yeah, so now we have 4 players. You'll notice Shane Smith on the bottom here of the Chicago White Sox, who are having a much better season compared to the historically horrible season last year. His line is actually under, but the good news is that when you flip to under here, his line is 4.5, his projection's 3, the sportsbook side with it, so all of those things are great. So as an underplay, we can keep this in the back of our mind right now for Shane Smith. Now looking at the lines, we know, we've already done a quick check of if these projections are at least 1 point higher, 1.0 higher than the line. And for Mike King and Senga, they are. But if you pay attention to the sports books do not agree. The sports books actually put plus money on the overs of both of these. Also, Mike King kind of did us dirty in the first. He was the first opening day play that we looked at, and he didn't get all the strikeouts he needed to get. He actually got pulled with under, I think I pulled like at 72 pitches. First game of the season, he'll probably pitch more, but that will automatically eliminate King and Senga. So then, just doing this due diligence, the process of strikeouts for the show, which you should be doing on your phone every single day, pulling up strikeouts, doing the same thing to try to find, if Travis did a show right now, who would be the play? That is why this show exists. The show doesn't exist so you can fast forward to the end, find something, lock it in, and do 0 other things. The show exists so when you are doing your own research on the PlayerProps.ai app and within the PlayerProps.ai community Discord, that you just are recreating all of the steps I'm telling you to do. So you're doing the filters, you're doing this. Okay, what did Travis do here? What did Travis do here? Just recreate the process, and that's how you find plays that are extremely optimal and more than likely to hit. So Carson Spires, Shane Smith are really our only 2 options here. I realized, based on how much my screen is zoomed in behind me, you actually can't see Shane Smith until I click on the under and then he pops up. But yeah, you can see him there. So he doesn't really have any historical data, which is fine. We don't need to rely on the historical data. It's a brand new season. It's his first start of the season, so I'm not too worried about any of that. So let's look at Carson here and see if this is an overplay we want to do. The accuracy is not too sexy. In 10 games that we have recorded for Carson, which is last season, for his strikeouts, the AI has been accurate on which side to go 40% of the time. So it typically means that he's an unpredictable player. He's an unpredictable player. When he's supposed to go over, he goes under. When he's supposed to go under, he goes over. So if we just don't worry about the accuracy too much on the first start of the season. If I look at the last stuff, like just his actual numbers that he got, he's got 7 here, 4. He's got 4 straight games getting 3 or less than 4-4. So he's not like a crazy awesome strikeout guy. I mean, he had 5, he had 9 here in July of last year. I don't know, kids. Let's look at so he's versing Texas. Let's keep that in the back of our mind. And Shane Smith is versing Minnesota. So now what we did yesterday, we're gonna go to the get that gosh dang blue off there. We're gonna go to the team trends tool. MLB. Strikeouts. Okay. So we want to sort by most strikeouts, which is what it is right now. This is averages, by the way. These aren't totals, these are averages. So Texas, where's Texas at on here? Oh, Texas is the least strikeoutiest team. My camera is so zoomed in right now. So yeah, Texas is all the way at 30. We can see it here. So when I search here, they're the least strikeoutiest team you see on the screen there. So far this season anyway. So now I want to go back. Okay, so I like this even less. Spires is versing the least strikeoutiest team in baseball. 40% accuracy. So everything else is looking good, but I don't like that. So I think we might be looking at an underplay here today. Shane Smith versus Minnesota. So let's go back. Let's look at Minnesota real quick. Minnesota is close to the bottom. They're not Texas. They're, here, I'll do this. They're the 5th least strikeoutiest team, but we're also targeting an under, which this makes perfect sense. So Minnesota has struck out this 5th least out of all teams so far this season, and we're targeting a pitcher where we want Minnesota to not strike out at all, because we might be doing it under 4.5 here. So I think this is what we're targeting today. These are things you should be thinking about. This is how your brain should be processing things. Today we're doing that. But the last thing, to make sure that you're not punching yourself in the, punching yourself in the foot. I think that's what I meant to say. So yeah, check here to see, is his line any higher? Remember, when you're going under, you want the highest line possible. No sportsbook right now has Shane Smith at 5.5 or higher. So 4.5 is the line. Because you're going under, you want the highest payout odds. And FanDuel right now has them at -128, which that's why it's highlighted, because this means you make the most money if you choose that out of all the books. But yeah, that's what we're going with, ladies and gents. I will see you tomorrow, the start of April 1st. Hopefully Shane Smith doesn't pull an April Fool's joke and throws 10 strikeouts, because that would not be fun at all. Actually, if he throws 5 or more, that's still not fun. But yeah, as we continue to do shows, as I continue to unbox this very boxful house and design the studio to where I know what I want it to be, just keep watching every video. Make sure you got the thumbs up on this video. Make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. Make sure you're doing the free stuff. Make sure you're like Discord, app, PlayerProps.ai account, YouTube channel, videos. $0 to you. You will not be a winning bettor unless you're doing the free stuff. Do the free stuff. Ask questions. We'll see you in the Discord. Good luck, and we'll see you tomorrow.